Hello and welcome. This is going to be another gem feature. Thank you for joining. So today, the channeled gemstone, the needful gem crystal I'm going to be using is fluorite, and I'm referencing the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall for some of the in-depth details for the stone. So in general, as I said yesterday when it came up, the individual who attuned me with my Reiki gifts always referred to fluorite as a stone that helps you to flow right. And since we've been getting that right order card so much recently, it seemed like a really good one. And also, there's something too, as I read into these stones today, about the skeletal system and the body balancing. Check out all of those various inclusions and different color combinations. Fluorite is a really versatile stone. Some of these have quite a dark luster. You can't even see how gorgeous this stone really is unless you really take it in person. It's sort of translucent to a certain degree. Sometimes you'll see these cloudy bits, and other times there's chunks that you can see quite deeply into. So it's, I believe, a good stone for scrying as well. And I also have a number of these. I believe this stone cut is called cleavage, and these are a much lighter variety. You can see that some are more purple, some are clear, some are more of a really light greenish teal. And the stone in general it's interesting how the channel is kind of pulling in stones that are all working towards some of the same type of balancing, such as the bridge between some type of consciousness and matter, and the bridge between higher self and earthly self, and how we can release certain emotional fluctuations to reach for our highest growth potential. So let me just read a bit from the book, and I'll try not to bore you with the verbatim. So it comes in a variety of colors. I'll just kind of show the picture here that they have in the book. Gives you a little bit more background there. It says that it's a pretty common stone, and the attributes say it's highly protective, especially on the psychic level. And it helps you to discern when the outside influences are at work within yourself. And it shuts down any type of external influencing, or in here it says psychic manipulation and undue mental influence. So this stone cleanses and stabilizes the aura, extremely effective against computer and electromagnetic stress from your various devices. So let's say you have a charging station for your cell phone. It would be nice to have some fluorite nearby, and while that's doing its thing, or at night if you use your bedstand right next to you while you're dreaming and things, there is a certain amount of an aura that comes from the phone in the form of electromagnetic stress. And similarly, it's also able to work with geopathic stress. Now, that came up yesterday with selenite. And so used in healing, it draws off negative energies and stress of all kinds, cleansing, purifying, dispelling, and reorganizing anything within the body that's not in perfect order. And if you followed the channel in the fractal deck that I have, there's a card that's called Right Order, and it's been talking quite a bit about getting ourselves in mental, emotional, energetic order, and also by witnessing the levels to which we're kind of nested within a certain frequency based on how the house is kept in order, how our temple, sacred temple, this house of an earthly bodysuit here, is in order chemically, nutritionally, hydration. Oh, pause for the cause. We call this a water check. If you have any water, if you need to drink more, take your water check. Yeah, I know. I'm a mom. What do I do? So, also grounds and integrates spiritual energies, promoting unbiased impartiality, heightening intuitive powers, making us more aware of the spiritual realities, quickening the spiritual awakening process. So, a lot of that resistance has been coming up recently, mostly probably because um, well, a number of things. Pluto has just finished with Capricorn, which is probably why we're hearing so much about this skeletal system. And moving into the age of Aquarius, which is that evolutionary point. And at the very beginning of something, we're all bad at something at the beginning, so to speak. And then we had that Jupiter Uranus, which shook things up a bit. And so it's shaking loose anything that doesn't belong. And then the eclipses, they're always going to bring to our attention what has been overlooked, what we've been resisting, bringing these things into the light for to call our attention to what needs to be revised or revisited or rehashed and rejuvenated within the self. So we're restoring the self on many levels. And if this is something that you can identify and resonate with, if you haven't been utilizing some gemstones and these are sounding interesting to you, as I said in one of the previous videos, it's always a good thing to go in person to a place that has many gemstones, some type of metaphysical location, and to be able to see, sense, feel, and experience the resonance that pulls you and how your body, even and all levels of your energy body, respond to a particular stone. Because as I've said, they're all quite different and they have their own little personalities, if you'll indulge that. I believe that if everything is a microcosm and a macrocosm, all unified, we can include things such as minerals and elementals in the sentience of Mother Earth. Because if we can agree that the collective people have some level of consciousness, then doesn't it go to reason that chemically, DNA, we're linked and very similar to animals. And so we can say, oh, well, animals are just stupid. Look at how they do this and that. Well, look at humans destroying our own environments, right? Geopathic stress. And so this is going to assist us in bridging the consciousness necessary to see where our resistance can be leveraged in the correct and appropriate direction so that we have the clearest path to our soul's development and for our soul's anchoring into this experience. And so, yes, as well as humans and animals, beyond even mammals, fish, insects, worms, these things are all living organisms, but so is the earth, so is the soil. It's just teeming with bacterias and fungus and all kinds of things. And even the debris, if you take sand or something and magnify it, you can see that it's comprised of shells and different types of biodegrading living organisms, plant matter. And this is like the mineral kingdom is no different. It's elemental, it's periodic table of elements comprised in multi-dimensional ways, and we may not understand that the rock is also on its evolutionary journey, but it is. And so these can be our little companions, if you will. So also, fluorite increases self-confidence and dexterity. So if you work with your hands or your body, or you would like to increase your mobility and such in that way, it can also improve physical mental coordination, counteracting mental disorder, dissolves fixed ideas, helps one move beyond narrow-mindedness and see the bigger pictures. So it also helps to dissolve illusions, revealing truth, perhaps especially those truths that we've overlooked. and helps with impartiality and objectivity. Excellent learning aid, organizes and processes information. See, that right order keeps evidencing itself in all the various ways. Um, Increases concentration and helps one to absorb information, promoting quick thinking. So, again, mental dexterity and physical dexterity. Emotionally, it has a stabilizing effect and helps you to understand the effect of the mind and the emotions on the body. And likewise, the self's influence on the environment and the environment's impact upon self, and both impact upon the earth and the consciousness, and how the butterfly flapping its wings here can influence something far away. Spooky activity at a distance, entanglement energy also coming forward. Emotionally, physically, balance, coordination. Yes. Okay. Lastly, on the healing side of things, it's a powerful healing tool, although it's a very soft healing energy generally. Some of the powerful healing stones, I'm hearing things like ruby, like I've got this ruby fuchsite that sometimes comes forward out of a few of the cards. It's a little bit more aggressive than fluorite, I would say. So this helps dealing with infections and disorders. And look at the word disorder. And if we lead a disorderly life, or we have disordered uh, ideas about how much love and abundance we are able to engage with and exchange and share with other individuals or with the world at large, that's an emotional disorder. To put those into proper order will be an individual task. I mean, follow the channel. That's what I'm trying to do for as many as are on that path. It says it benefits teeth, cells, and bones, and repairs DNA damage. So, DNA damage is one of those disorders that I believe occurs when we are integrating light codes, when we're taking in of the earth, the sky, the environment, the geopathic and electromagnetic smog, the perceptions and projections of all that surrounds us. We are sponges on some level, and then how we absorb that and process that and analyze and apply that to our energetic projections. I do have healing in the divine masculine out here from the pre-shuffle, and we'll get into those if you want to check out the daily dharmas coming up next. But yeah, it's as that light comes in, the state of our vibrational resonance on not only the temporary ebb and flow of daily moods, your base resonance is also one of the most powerful stabilizing influences to how we are able to process the incoming, cope, analyze, and exchange and share, to hold what is appropriate and to release what does not serve or what is for someone else. Resonance, magnetism, and electromagnetism, like geopathic and electromagnetic smog. We are also exchanging those electrical impulses from our environment. So that's what activates the DNA, the light codes in their wave function, and how accelerated those particles are as they interact with the DNA determines which bridges are gapped and which ones are skipped. So it is a powerful agent against viruses, especially as an elixir. Regenerates skin, mucous membranes, particularly in the respiratory tract, and heals ulcers and wounds. It's beneficial for colds, flu, sinusitis. So I would suppose also allergies, dissolving adhesions, and mobilizing joints. So this then alleviates arthritis, rheumatism, spinal injuries. Stroked across the body towards the heart, it provides pain relief. And those are the emotional pain centers in the accumulation of um, the I don't have enough, or I have so much and it's not being utilized. Those are choices that we're able to see possibilities when we work with fluorite to maybe I could fill in the blank, solve my own problem through a new approach or a new attitude or a new self belief. It ameliorates the discomfort of shingles, other nerve related pain, probably also fibromyalgia for those. Also heals the skin, removing blemishes and wrinkles. Oh, thank you. Can be used during dental work and also rekindles sexual libido. So there you go. I think that that is a beautiful stone. I think that um, many of you have probably already heard of this. It's very common, but some of those common stones that are more beginner friendly are are friendly in that way because they're so versatile and so important. And so don't overlook those basic stones. They're really our best friends when we're going through times of ascension and upgrade and growth and processing of all of the fallout from having things like an eclipse or Jupiter Uranus or the Scorpio full moon, or all of those happening within a few days of each other. So take care of you guys. Check out the Daily Dharma if you are interested in hearing more about the channeled messages today. Take care, guys.